Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit today. And what I do on this channel is I show off books from random, 4 books from random, and I end on a key issue. I have 9 issues to show you, and they are all Supergirl issues. So, I'll say it right off the bat. I am a fan of Supergirl. I don't own every single issue, and I certainly don't own her first appearance. I'd love to, though. I do have a reprint of her first appearance, but um, yeah, Kara Danvers. I find her to be a very interesting character, and yeah, I like Supergirl. This though, I don't like this. So this is a perfect example of DC kind of throwing an idea against the wall and seeing if it sticked. And for me, an infected Supergirl does not work, especially in the COVID era. It would kind of it it brought the mood down a bit. Particularly in this era of DC, where they were cost cutting, and I don't know, it kind of felt as if the print era was it really took a hammering, particularly printed books like physical books. But that being said, Supergirl issue 36. What this has going for it is the Dan Mora artwork, which Dan, my God, mate, Dan has really he's elevated DC. He's kept them going. If that man could draw every single book every single month, I think DC would be that would be the happiest company in the world. Next up, I have issue 40 of Supergirl from this series. This was the final printed issue of this series. It went for like 2 more issues, and from my memory, correct me if I'm wrong, but they never put this into a trade. So I never knew how this series ended, and I was so pissed off when DC did this, where they went just digital, and the only way to get it was to get digital comics, which I do not get. I don't want to read a comic on my phone, on my laptop, on my iPad. This is how I read comic books. Um, I also read trades, but very sparingly. So yeah, this was the last issue of the run, and yeah, were the last 2 issues ever published, especially in trade? Please let me know, because if they were, I will track the trade down and read the rest of the series. Next one I have to show you is issue 25 from 2008. Now, I really dig this art style by, you know what, to be honest, I actually don't even know who it's by. Drew Johnson, I think. But this style really speaks to me. There's just something kinetic and fun about it. That being said, if you check this out, I bought this for $1, which is kind of a slap in the face for Supergirl. Um, if you want to read Supergirl, you can find her issues at conventions or in back issue bins, and they're relatively cheap. But if you're a fan of Supergirl, you really can't go wrong with getting every single thing that she she appears in. For my money, it's good value. And yeah, this series in particular, I think they they kind of pushed the boundaries on what you could tell with a Supergirl series, and they also told it in a fun way. And I wish I had bought more of them, but I remember back in 2008, money was a little bit tight for me, so I was kind of I was hampered with what I could buy. So I've got a whole lot more to go, and I'm kind of slowing down a little bit. I apologize. What I have for you is issue 1 of Supergirl, and this was part of the Reign of Tomorrow series. As you can see here, Reign of Tomorrow. In one of my previous videos, I talked about Steel, and Steel had this the same logo on here. And this was during an era where it was during the death of Superman and the rebirth of Superman. Um, I think DC really kind of dropped the ball with Supergirl. They really could have relaunched or launched her series and really put her at the forefront of this groundswell of Superman spin-offs, and they could have done something really interesting with this. I've read this though, and it's a slog to get through. It looks beautiful, but there's so much backstory to get through that it kind of kills the momentum. That being said, though, check that out. So this is the Peter David era, and it's drawn by Ed Beans. Is it Ed Beans? Kind of sounds wrong. Ed Benes. Benes. Benes? Ed Benes? Like Elaine Benes? I don't know. You tell me. How do you pronounce his surname? But this is issue 75, and this is the iconic first appearance of Supergirl cover, just redone in a very cartoony way. I think it works beautifully. To be honest, I kind of forgot that I had this, and when I went through it, I knew I had the entire run of the Supergirl series, and I saw this, and I have to show this. This looks fantastic. The next one I have for you is issue 79. It's an homage to the Crisis on Infinite Earths with Superman here and Supergirl here. And yeah, so this is Linda. And this whole series was not Supergirl. It was the protoplasm that thought it was Supergirl. It was very interesting. Peter David has an obvious love for Supergirl, and he did a lot with this pile of goop that thought it was Supergirl. And so this is the second last issue, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next one I have is the last issue. So issue 80, drawn by John Romita Sr., and just absolutely beautiful. And I am a fan of this costume, just purely because this is when I started reading Supergirl, and yeah, this was it. This was the costume. This is what you got, and yeah. So I thought that this was a really fun costume, and this was a really fun series. It ended very well, and I'm very happy with how Peter resolved the story of the protoplasm. So yeah, issue 1, and I've shown this in a previous video. So this is a way of showing everything you need to know about Supergirl without actually seeing Supergirl. Yeah, you know what? Even though I have 80 issues to get through plus annuals, I could probably do with a reread of the entire run. Might take me a while though. Now, the last issue I'm going to show in this video, and thank you for sticking with me, it's this issue. It's Superman Batman issue 8 with this version of Kara coming to Earth, and written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Michael Turner. A beautiful cover, beautifully drawn. Jeff Loeb, you can't go wrong with Jeff Loeb. He was recently here in Melbourne for a convention, and just hearing him talk and hearing how he generates his stories, I found it very interesting. There was a bit of discussion about this series, and yeah, I don't know what else to say about it other than it's iconic for a reason. Now, should have I ended this video on that comic? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you like what you're seeing, please let me know. If there's anything you want to see, if there's any questions, please put it down in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I've got one more video to film today, and then I'm done for the day. Thanks again. I'll catch you next one.